Welcome everyone. I acknowledge the traditional owners of the lands, seas, skies and waterways across Queensland and acknowledge the special relationship they have with country that remains strong and alive to this day. A high-performing state schooling system is essential to strengthening the state's economy and providing the best opportunity for children and young people to acquire the skills needed for successful futures and socially cohesive and prosperous communities. Equity and excellence, realising the potential of every student, lays out a future vision for the department and every Queensland state school. This is our roadmap to sustainable change and the opportunity to start a fresh conversation. For me, equity means that support provided to students, staff and communities will be differentiated according to need, maximising the positive impacts for students and the broader school community. Excellence means we are having one clear conversation across the system. We know our priorities and the measures we will use to track progress. It also means that we recognise the diversity of our students and staff, and we provide an inclusive culture that enables every member of our community to explore and build on their individual abilities, interests and experiences. You are the experts that will bring equity and excellence to life in every school, in every community, in every classroom, every day. You are the system, we are the system, and together we are working towards the same goal of achieving the vision of equity and excellence. Let's begin by getting familiar with the strategy, starting with exploring the focus areas, system initiatives, school priorities and priority support measures that are key features of the strategy. 3 focus areas that are identified that frame what is critical to achieving our vision of equity and excellence. They are educational achievement, because knowing each student's learning progression is essential to making sure they are on track for positive educational outcomes. Clear expectations for every student, accompanied by differentiated support, enables them to achieve. Wellbeing and engagement, because being healthy, confident and resilient is our foundation for engaging in learning, and with a focus on wellbeing for all staff and students, we create a sense of belonging and a positive environment for teaching and working. Culture and inclusion, because the diversity of our staff, students and school communities is our greatest strength. I encourage you to reflect on what this means in your context, in your planning. How will your conversations align with these 3 focus areas? Every state school will focus on key points in each student's learning journey to set them on a path to lifelong success. To ensure students start strong, build on foundations and stay on track for success, schools will focus on knowing and supporting each child and student's needs. Achievement in English and mathematics and maximising learning days will be priorities across the whole system. To support students in their senior years to be ready for the future, schools will effectively plan and monitor students' learning pathways. We'll focus on supporting students to stay on track to attainment and achieve meaningful post-school pathways. We will recognise the strategy in action when we describe what is working well in terms of student progress in each of our priority measures. And we will have used that understanding to focus our energy and resources. So what does this mean for you? How will monitoring academic, attendance and school disciplinary absences data be used to give further insights into what's working and where to focus attention, energy and resources? How will school planning be aligned to and reflect the lens of each of the focus areas and school priorities? How will students be supported to believe they can make necessary adjustments to their work and learning to make progress now and into the future? The measures of success of this strategy will be grounded in classroom data, and it is in the classroom that this strategy comes alive, when every teacher has agency to support every student at each point in their learning journey. Improving outcomes for First Nations students is a key focus across all priorities and measures, setting the imperative for schools to ensure every First Nations student can reach their potential through an equitable education. This is an exciting phase in our system's journey. We can all contribute and be part of this important moment. The expertise of all school staff is key to informing our next steps towards equity and excellence. This is the beginning of a new stage of our journey. As we have done in developing the strategy so far, we will keep connecting with you as we implement and refine this ongoing piece of work. All of our students in Queensland State Schools deserve the opportunity to be the very best they can be, regardless of where they live or what supports they need to realise their potential. I look forward to continuing this conversation with you throughout the year.